Hello guys and welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be sharing this simple spicy beef wrap sandwich served with sweet plantain. Let's get right in.
Chef One's Kitchen!
Chicken, I love you so much. I eat you every day, even in the...
So when it comes to my spicy beef wrap sandwich, you can either use beef, or if you prefer you can use steak as well, which is optional. Any type of those meat that you prefer using is okay for my spicy beef sandwich. So I start by thin slice cut my beef or steak depending on what type of beef you're using for this particular sandwich. So make sure you do cut it thin slice, because if you cut it very thick it takes longer to cook, but if you cut it very thin slice it takes less than 10 to 15 minutes. Make sure you do like the video, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for any update. So once you cut your thin slice, this is how it's supposed to look. And let's start our sauce. With our sauce, I will be mixing Memphis Barbecue and taco seasoning, as well as a teaspoon of cornstarch. With that, I added my beef seasoning and pepper flake and a half a cup of oil. You can use any type of oil you have at home: olive oil, vegetable oil, corn oil, any type of oil is okay. With that, I added a teaspoon of honey. Now, adding the honey will make the sweetness and the spiciness of your beef reduce. So once I'm done, I added my beef with my seasoning. If you prefer, do this overnight before using, so that means you can have your beef seasoning and marinate well for overnight. So once you're done mixing, either side it on the side for it to marinate more. And I added a pinch of salt. So I'll be using my vegetable, I'll be using my cucumber, I'll be using onion and tomato as part of my veggies. So instead of cutting it, I'm using my peeler to peel the cucumber into very thin slice, because we're making a sandwich. With that, it doesn't have to be very thick, so you have to really thin slice your vegetable. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you do subscribe, like, and share the video. So I'll be thin slice my tomato as well. I don't want my tomato chunk on my sandwich. Any way you prefer making your sandwich, it is optional. So far as the flavors comes along, then you are on the right path. Make sure you do subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell for any update. So I'll be cutting my green pepper, which is also optional for your sandwich. If you don't like it, you don't have to use it. Any vegetable you prefer making sandwich with is optional as well. So once you're done cutting your green pepper, I set it aside and I started incorporating my lettuce. I'll be using regular lettuce. If you use iceberg lettuce, it's also optional for sandwich. If you don't prefer using lettuce on your sandwich, prefer vegetable, that is also optional as well. So once I'm done wash my vegetable, I set it aside. I added a pinch of salt and as well as small bacon to mix my vegetable. So So once you're done mixing your vegetable, set it aside in the refrigerator and allow it to marinate. Already our beef is in the refrigerator, marinated. Whenever we need it, we just grab it and start cooking. So I will be using the Naani bread. This bread is mostly sell at grocery store, but mostly if you go to Indian store and if you ask them, this particular bread is there to grab. It's very soft. So with that, I peel it into two or divide it into two. You can cut it or not cut it. It's also optional as well because it's very soft and very filling once you make sandwich with your beef spice. You can use regular bread. You can eat any kind of bread you prefer for your sandwich, which is optional. So once I added an oil in my bowl and I added my spicy seasoning on a medium high heat, and I'm telling you, it smells so good. Don't forget to like the video, share, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell for any update. So continue stirring your beef, and I mean it's still so good. Allow it to cook on a medium heat and let the flavor marinate the beef. And it's very thin slice. So when it's thin slice, it cooks faster, and this is how you're supposed to be seeing your beef if you're following the recipe. Make sure you do like the video, share, and subscribe. Once our beef is done, we take it out of the bowl and set it aside to be cool for a little bit. You don't want to use your hot meat for your sandwich, so otherwise you're going to burn yourself. So I save some of the sauce and I put my bread to soak the flavor. Whichever way you like making sandwich is fine. So I'm adding the rest of my sauce on my Naani bread, which will make it scrumptious. So this is our beef. This is how we suppose, very thin, sliced, juicy beef, and it's so amazing. The seasoning are on point, and now I have my coleslaw also done, which tastes scrumptious as well, and my lettuce is also ready. So now it's up to assemble our sandwich. So I added cheese as the base, and I scooped my meat on top. The reason why I use the cheese is to allow the beef to melt the beef in the sandwich. If you don't like cheese, you don't have to. If you're lactose intolerant and you don't like milk, don't use the cheese as well. So I added my vegetable, and I added my mayonnaise or any type of cream dressing you have at home, and I'm using the salad cream dressing, which tastes so amazing. If you watch my previous video, I used that in that video. It also can be found at any grocery store. Don't forget to like or share the video, and our sandwich is done. Make sure, let me know how it tastes like, how it tastes amazing, and the smells are on point. I will see you in my next video. Bye.